Yo, what's up, guys? You got pokeaim here. Still a little bit under the weather, but definitely feeling a lot better. I have a Gen 4 OU tournament that I'm in, that my boy Devon Specs is hosting, and let's actually get right into it. So I have Dragonite lead. I am Life Orb, and I definitely don't want to stay in. I feel like revealing Raikou too early is kind of a mistake, and even though Ice Beam is more than likely coming, I'm just going to go out to my Rose Raid right here. Playing my boy Dom. I know that I could tank this no matter what, and I am faster, so I want to throw off a Toxic Spike mainly because what he could do here is Calm Mind or Ice Beam again. I'm faster, so I can always Sleep Powder if I want to. Honestly, there's not much loss by going for an immediate Sleep Powder since his initial switching may just be something like a Heatran or Jirachi, or honestly just something that can come in with Natural Cure. So I actually will Sleep Powder right here as he reveals the Rose Raid. Yeah, that's completely fine. I'm assuming something like a Heatran is coming out now. But I am going to get up a Toxic Spike regardless of what he wants to do. I'm sorry. All good. As he does go out into Infernape. Now, right here, just based on the nature of his team, it was really weird that he let off a Suicune. I guess he just didn't really have a lead. I expect him to U-turn right now, and I kind of want to make a play of just going for double Sleep Powder. Because this thing does have Natural Cure, I don't really fear it. As he goes right for Will-O-Wisp. Either way, this is fine for me because I am able to land the Sleep Powder on the Infernape, so I'm thinking he might be more of a support Infernape. Not entirely sure, but this does allow me to go out into my Dragonite. If he wants to go out into Rose Raid to get rid of the Toxic Spike, that's completely fine. Ends up staying in to burn the turn of Wisp, and I will just drop a Draco here. I don't mind that Bronzong comes out. In fact, that actually gives me an opportunity to get up my rocks with my Swampert, if anything, as we'll more than likely exchange rocks right here. So I do expect him to go rocks, and what I want to do is go out to Pert. Not only am I faster, I also live Explosion from Bronzong, and though Rose Raid can definitely come in if he wants to bring that thing out, I'll be fine as he reveals a Toxic. So I do expect him to go out into Rose Raid right now. I think that would be a great switch for him. So what I'm actually going to do, then again, he could also Earthquake. I'm actually just going to go Dragonite right here and see what he wants to do. I don't want him to Protect. I don't want an Earthquake. He does go Rose Raid, which is why I was thinking about going out into my Heatran, but I didn't make the play. And what I can do is drop another Draco. If he wants to Sleep Powder me, fine. HP Ice isn't common on Rose Raid. I'm dropping a Draco just in case he goes out into Suicune because Fire Blast would probably be the thing that he would expect. And either way, Draco into Extreme Speed knocks it out. So he has to go right back out into Bronzong once again. I guess he's either sacking it or doesn't really fear the Fire Blast. But this is okay for me. Mainly because if Bronzong is weakened and Rose Raid is weakened by rocks, my Calm Mind Raikou can just win the game. Looking at what we have right here. So I'm going to switch on to my Rotom. I don't expect him to go for a Toxic again because I've already shown my my Swampert. And what I can do is get up a sub versus this, expecting a Toxic here, and then I can just start spamming Shadow Ball. Basically, Gyro Ball won't be able to break my sub, and I can start spamming Shadow Ball here. If he wants to go out to a T-Tar, I can switch out because I am behind a sub. And Rose Raid is more than likely a switch in. It's probably Spadef, but either way, this is going to be doing good damage. I actually, unfortunately for my opponent, get a Spadef drop, so I can definitely knock him out with the next one. Or at least a really close roll, yeah. As he is going to go right for Giga Drain. And at that point, I can just click Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt will be able to knock out Rose Raid. I am Life Orb. Great. Rose Raid being gone means if I get up T-Spikes, they are there to stay. Zapdos has been revealed. I'm not sure what type of Zapdos this is just yet. I don't want to go directly into Raikou because I don't want him to be sub-toxic. I'd rather go out to Swampert just to scout for that and throw off a few Ice Beams as he goes right for U-turn. So he may in fact be Choice Swampert, whether it be Scarf or Specs. It's really interesting because typically you see Swampert if it's Choice as a lead, as Suicune is going to come out. Now, I'm not worried about this thing, or too worried anyway. It looks like Calm Mind Chesto Resto, potentially. I have a few answers to it, and I do have Calm Mind Raikou in the back, but I do want to get up a Toxic Spike just in case he has a Lastmon DDT Tar. I think this is my best opportunity to do so. Again, I will be faster, and getting up this T-Spike really just helps versus a Tyranitar, something like that in the back. So I'll allow him to knock me out with the next one. That way I can go right out to Raikou. And honestly, just start clicking Thunderbolt. I don't see a reason not to. Raikou is my win con. Also, this should 2-hit KO Infernape easily. I doubt a Will-O-Wisping Infernape is Scarf, so it would knock that thing out nice. And we also get back up to full HP because of leftovers. And what I'll be doing, guys, is if I do manage to win this game, we'll keep, going. Lucario comes out. I do have Scarf, Heatran in the back, so I'm not worried about that. Unless it's Agility Lucario. But even then, it doesn't knock out Pert. So what I will do is actually go out to my Rotom. Expecting him to close combat. I want to see what his last move is. Yep. BP shouldn't be able to knock me out. You probably have to go for crunch. If anything, I could just Thunderbolt here. He is actually Jolly Lucario. Alright, that's good to know. And what I can do now is just go right to Heat Ran and go right for Earth Power. I just need a little bit more chip damage before I knock him out with Thunderbolt. But that's good to know that he is Jolly. So we'll throw off an Earth Power right here as Suicune is going to come out. Weaken that thing just a bit. And like I said, all I got to do is weaken him for... Wow, that Spadef drop is very tempting for me, but I'm not going to stay in. I'll go Raikou. That Spadef drop is very tempting, but what we're trying to do is actually sweep him with the Fire Blast as well. It's just the potential that I have to do that. He has Chesto Berry, as I did expect, and what I can do is just go right for Thunderbolt. This is essentially a Specs Thunderbolt since he is -1 Spadef. That does so much to Bronzong, good lord. Yeah, we could definitely knock him out with the next one too. I don't know if he has Protect, but I'm assuming Gyro Ball is his last move. So we are able to knock him out. Beautiful. And again, I have to keep Raikou alive no matter what, so I can't necessarily sack this thing versus Lucario. I'm assuming the roll is like 70-something. Like Thunderbolt does around 70-something to Lucario, I'm assuming. Let's see. Raikou. This is DPP. Raikou. Offensive Calm Mind. Lucario. Why does it do so... Oh, this is Life Orb. I was about to say, why does it do so much? Yeah, it does 67 to 80%. Yeah. Zapdos comes out. We're going to Protect here just to see what move he wants to go for. As he goes for Hidden Power. What is that, HP Ground or HP Ice? I don't want it to be a random HP Ground. I think Pert is still useful because it can take close combat. So I'm going to go out to Dragonite just in case it's randomly HP Ground. Yeah, as that looks to be HP Grass. Nice. And what we can do is just drop a Draco here because it will be a double down. Beautiful. So we are able to knock out the Zapdos right there. And what I got to do now is I actually very much like Swampert as a play. Because all I got to do is get Suicune low enough to the point where I go out to Raikou and win. So by going out to Swampert here, he couldn't set up an SD with Lucario. And if he goes out to Suicune as he did, all I got to do is go out to Raikou, click Thunderbolt twice, and I win the game because Lucario can no longer switch in. So throwing off a Hydro Pump doesn't crit me. Beautiful. And all I got to do is click this Thunderbolt right here. We're going to be able to, we're pretty much going to be able to put Lucario in range if it is Agility. Though I'm not thinking it's Agility because it's Jolly. But we're going to be able to put it in range of the Earth Power right now. And that's going to be game because we do have Scarf Heat Rain in the back, as I did save it. And we're going to be able to... Oh, it's HP Fighting. Interesting. I guess we're T-Tar. So, okay. So, that's cool. Good game, bro. So, we end up out of round 1 of the DPP Tour. And I will be back with round 2 whenever I play that. So, I'll see you guys. Alright guys, so here we are with round 2 of the tournament. My opponent leads Starmie, I lead Flygon. Now Starmie could be Life Orb, Specs, Scarf, anything. I'm banded, so I definitely want to get the hell out of there. This is a tough turn for me because I think... I'm just going to ignore spectators though. I think that I want to go out to Shaman, just in case he Hydro Pumps, but it's really tough. I'm making the Shaman play as he goes Bronzong, so that's completely fine for me. Because this does allow me to Leech Seed this guy if I want to. I believe I will, considering this is more than likely a Stealth Rocker. SD Scizor is probably going to be my way of winning this game, just that I've seen Starmie, Bronzong. Again, SD Scizor just looks really good versus him. I do unfortunately miss, as he is going to Trick Room up. We're going to Protect right here just in case he decides to boom immediately, as he goes right for Gyro Ball. That shouldn't make a difference. He could definitely boom though. Do I want rocks in this game? Something like a Dragonite becomes a problem. Then again, I do have to endure Cuss that Berry. Yeah, I'll go Swampert here. If he wants to boom, he booms. If he goes for Gyro Ball, so be it. Explosion may be able to take me out. Then again, Swampert's really bulky, but I'm going to attempt to go for rocks right here. Under Trick Room also, if he does opt to switch out, I'm also faster than anything under this. So, Shaman's a pretty safe play considering Will-O-Wisp or... Shadow Ball could come out, even if it tricks me, it'd be alright. I don't want to go directly into T-Tar on a potential trick, but he does trick me a Choice Scarf, which is cool because what I can do is actually Leech Seed up on a potential Heat Rain coming out. If he wants to stay in, so be it. I do tank this really, really well, and what I can do is go right out to my Choice Scarf Tyranitar. He actually out to stay in, which is pretty crazy considering I could just, Seed Flare there. But he reveals the Metagross, which I'm assuming is a Stealth Rocket because Bronzong is Trick Room. So again, it's looking really nice for my my SD Scizor. So we're gonna go out to Pert because he should get up rocks here. And after that, what I can do is just click Earthquake. I don't really care if this guy booms on me. I'm actually gonna Roar just in case he does have to switch out. Whether it be Rotom or Starmie, if he booms, that's pretty much the best attacking move he could do versus me. And other than that, I want to see what his team is. I can't seem to get into his head right now. Anyway, so it's interesting that he revealed the Trick Room Bronzong immediately, so we know that's not bulky at all. He's probably 2 KO'd by my Modest Thunderbolt. Yeah, so we're Roar right here. If he booms, he booms. I'm okay with that. I don't need this mod. Got my rocks up. That's all I wanted. He also doesn't know if I'm Scarf Tar or not. And, yeah, he goes Rotom, which is nice. We get some chip Stealth Rock damage off from that. We do reveal the Dragonite, which is beautiful. Because, again, that Stealth Rock damage also ensures that +2 it dies to BP. And I unfortunately dodged Draco Meteor. I lived Choice Banded, and I lived Choice Banded Outrage. I lived Life Orb Draco Meteor. But that damage would have been huge for my opponent. And us being able to dodge it is crazy. So Starmie comes out. I'll Quake right here. As we also, oh my god, this Swampert. This is legitimately the team player right here. Oh my god, I feel bad. I feel really bad because he's not able to get off any damage. He actually crits me with Ice Beam, trying to expect a Shaman, which doesn't really work out for him because we were able to get rid of Starmie right there, and that's really, really big for me. Rotom comes out. I don't care. Tyranitar is a good play because it lives a Hydro Pump anyway. Like regardless, and what I can do is just safely click Crunch here. I don't see a Dark Resist. Maybe Lucario might be in the back, but Flygon does live +2 Extreme Speed anyway. We'll just Crunch right now. I don't want to pursue either because, again, Metagross is still out there. So either way, I think we're in a good position. If it is BP Lucario, it usually doesn't run Extreme Speed plus BP. I mean, it could. It definitely could. But it looks like it is Tyranitar in the back. I have so many answers to this. What I am going to do, though, is go out into my Swampert just in case he shook a berry. As he goes right for Crunch, and that does end up knocking me out. So that has to be Choice Banded damage, straight up. And I can easily go out to Flygon, click U-turn. Even if he stays in and crunches, I have SD Scizor, which just wins the game. So I can easily click U-turn right here. I can even just go out to T-Tar if I want to and live the Crunch. Actually, at 31%, I'll be close. Yeah. And what I can do is just click Sewer Power. Metagross was Rocker, so I don't expect it to be some sort of Agility Gross. He pretty much doesn't have enough Pokemon left to threaten me. I feel anyway. So we'll go out to Scizor right now on the Trick Room Bronzong. And I live Explosion. I live any attack he wants to go for. I can literally click Roost as he goes out to Metagross. I'm assuming this Metagross is going to go for the Explosion. I just want to scout for it by sacking my Tyranitar because I will die to rocks. As he goes right for Meteor Mash. That's completely fine. And what I can do is go out to Magnezone. I waste a turn of Trick Room by going for the Endure as he explodes, and it also gives me a Custap Berry. I expected him to actually Earthquake there, so maybe he was Bullet Punch. And what I can do is get my Custap, go right for Thunderbolt, and that will definitely put him in range of, well, that, yeah, actually just lost right there. But basically, I was trying to put him in range of Outrage plus Bullet Punch, but he actually just ended up losing right there, because Magnezone is going to be able to get the, to a KO right there with the Thunderbolt. Good game, dude. I definitely got very lucky with my Swampert dodging 2 moves, and that cost you 2 Pokemon. But we move on to round 3, and I'll be back with that, guys. Alright, so there was a problem with apparently the bracket, and apparently somebody signed up twice on their different accounts. So I'm actually just straight up in finals versus, have fun, buddy, versus Nas Sanity. This is a tough lead for me because he could definitely be banded. Actually, I think I'll trade it if he's banded, and I'll go right for the U-turn. I don't mind, as we are able to bring him down to Sash. He does find out that we're banded right here, but I'm able to bring out my T-Tar, so I don't reveal too much about my team. I would have wanted to Jirachi and U-turn out of there. Unfortunately, revealing that I'm not Scarf Flygon so early on in the game. But either way, it did get the job done. We're able to break him with Sand plus the U-turn. Now, very tough mon for me to deal with. I definitely, I want rocks. I don't want to go out to Rotom because it's so obvious that I go out to something to resist this. I feel like he'll U-turn here if anything. But I don't want to lose my Stealth Rock. I think I'm going to get my rocks though. Yeah. Based on how he's been playing this entire tournament, he loves clicking U-turn. He absolutely loves clicking U-turn. So I will definitely take this trade right here. of Starmie for this. As even though I am Passion Berry, obviously that's going to be able to knock me out at that range. And what I can do now is go right out to my Jirachi and just go right for the U-turn. It doesn't knock him out, but it does put him in range of... Well, it depends on what attack he goes for right here. If he goes for Rapid Spin, then I have my Rotom, which is what I'm going out to. Rotom is Ghost type, if you guys didn't know. Part Ghost type in this generation. So what I can do is just U-turn out of there into either Rose Raid if I want to, or Rotom. It really depends on like what plays my opponent wants to make. That's the thing. Because I've seen him use this team. I actually been changing up my team every single round. You were able to. I've seen him use something. I'm a star, no Raptor. I feel like did I give him this team? I don't even know. But it'll get off that U-turn, which is pretty clean. As we can go right out to Rotom right now. As he goes right for the Rapid Spin. Nice. And what I can do is actually reveal my Rose Raid right here. If you guys could pay attention to Sand, you do see that I am slower. So I'm going to go out to Rose Raid on the Hydro Pump. As he goes actually for the Thunderbolt, so I take even less than I would have. And Sand plus Life Orb is able to knock out Starmie. Big threat completely gone. One step closer to my... one step closer to my my Jirachi potentially winning. Now, this looks to be Banded Infernape. I'm going to go out to my Milotic right here because I already showed Rotom as a potential switch, and he could go for Close Combat if he wants to, but I do expect the Flare Blitz, as he unfortunately does burn me, but that actually helps me out in a sense because he'll do a lot less. Actually, that could be Scarf. He'll do a lot less because of Marvel Scale, but now I'm forced to go for Recover. All good, dude. I mean, it means he'll do less, so this is also a switch into Close Combat. The Porygon is actually revealed right here, and this is a little bit scary. I don't really have too much for a Porygon on this team. Thankfully, there's no Eviolite in this generation, but it's still very, very scary, to say the least. I can, however, go into Rose Raid. I do take an Ice Beam if he does opt to go for that, and I can Stun Spore as well. I also dodge a Toxic, which is really nice, and what I can proceed to do is... Well, it depends right here, because I really want to get up a Spike. I think Stun Spore is just a better play, though, as he reveals the Skarmory. So we're able to paralyze Skarmory. Nice. It's looking like my Rotom might actually be the Pokemon that puts him in work. So what I'm going to do is get up a Spike just because Porygon is a threat. I don't expect him to Brave Bird right there simply because Rotom was a very valid option for me to go out into. So what I can do is just U-turn right out into Rotom right here. Go out to that Rotom. And now Thunderbolt's going to be massacring everything as he unfortunately gets paralyzed. Really bad for my opponent. We can throw off a Thunderbolt as he does reveal the Flygon. Ooh, so no Jirachi in the back. Doesn't look like my Jirachi is going to be doing much either. I revealed a Jirachi, but I'm going to go Jirachi anyway. I think it's the safest play. One, I live in Earthquake from Scarf. And if he goes for U-turn, I get a bit of momentum. Spikes plus Hazards are going to be dealing with the Infernape. But it looks like that's actually Scarf on the Flygon itself. And what I can do is just, once again, just U-turn out of there. Because my Milotic is here, my Milotic does deal with these two indefinitely, as well as Swampert. I just need Rotom to get in, click Thunderbolt, and be good to go. Opts to get up a Spike, very solid play on my opponent's part. We're going to click the Thunderbolt one more time. I don't know if he'll go Flygon here. But Thunderbolt's still my best play no matter what he opts to do as he goes out into Porygon. Porygon might be able to take two of these, though I am max special attack plus Hazards up. God, Porygon eats that up ridiculously well. I can live a sub. I think I'm actually going to sub up expecting him to, because I do live the Sand, expecting him to recover here. And I can get a lot of HP back from everything outside of Infernape, but if Infernape comes out, I kill it. So I get a lot of HP back right here with the Pain Split, as Ice Beam is able to break my sub. This will be a threat. I don't want him burning. See, I think my best play is just going out to Rose Raid and just stacking up the hazards, honestly. If he wants to Ice Beam here, that's fine. If he opts to Toxic, again, it gives me the option of Stun Sporing, and I'm gonna go right for that. Just paralyze this Duck, and then we'll get him more hazards for the Infernape that's running around. That's definitely in the back. Ice Beam is able to take us out, but the fact that he's paralyzed makes it so much easier for Skarmory now, especially my Jirachi, because Jirachi can just opt to click the Iron Head right here. I don't have to predict Skarmory at all. I don't fear Skarmory. Infernape doesn't come in too well. Rocky Helmet didn't exist in this generation, so he's definitely Shed Shell. And I don't see a reason not to click Iron Head. He's paralyzed. I have a chance to flinch. This is honestly my best play, I think, at this point. Alternatively, I could go into my my Lodic and click Surf, but I want my Lodic. My Lodic wins the end game once I kill this Pokemon. So I'm Iron Head one more time as he gets paralyzed. And now I'm actually going to go out into my Choice Banded Flygon because I don't want to risk him roosting right there. I'd rather get in my Flygon on the roost and be able to click Fire Punch because I am Choice Banded, like I said. So weakens him a bit, and he brings in my Rotom, which is huge, absolutely amazing for me. And we can actually go for Will-O-Wisp here. I expected him to switch out to Flygon or Porygon, mainly Flygon, as he gets a very nice play off right there by going for the Roost. If he lost that though, I clicked Outrage, but it's fine. I had a bit of Pain Split though, because even if he goes down to Infernape, I don't care. I still get a bit of HP back. Opts to stay in though, and does get paralyzed. I expect him to switch out now to Flygon, but either way, the best play is to click Thunderbolt. Yeah, he actually sacks his Skarmory, so again, the odds of Jirachi coming through are just so big. Ridiculously big right now. Flygon is going to come out. It has to go for Outrage, if anything. Yeah. I think the best play is just to go to one Jirachi does live. Oh, actually, I forgot about the spike. But we'll risk this right here as we are able to win the speed tie. Nice. Get rid of the. We're able to get rid of the Garchomp, of the Flygon, as Infernape is going to come out. And all I have to do is Ice Punch here. If he's Scarf, or Banded, excuse me, he knocks me out. He was Banded just based on the U-turn damage, yeah. And I can go right out into Flygon and just click Outrage. Because even if he recovers up with Porygon, the thing is, with the hazards up, Porygon isn't going to be tanking this well at all. And I believe my Lodic plus Outrage does knock it out with Surf. Potentially should have saved my Jirachi. Oh my god, like I said, Porygon does not tank that at all. Holy crap, I didn't expect it to take that much. Then again, I am thinking about a Violet. So a few turns definitely, I actually ended up winning the tour, which is cool. But a few turns definitely, I didn't agree with on my opponent's side. Like sacking the Skarmory, even if he was predicting me, I don't think it was worth it. Because yes, he got it right the first time, but just to roost. But the second time, he definitely should have swapped out. I also made my own mistake because Rotom's body blocked the spike, so I forgot about the spikes. That was completely my fault. At the end of the day, though, my Lodic did beat Skarmory, Flygon, and Infernape, and that's definitely thanks to his own burn from his Flare Blitz, because I do have the Marvel scale, and Flygon was just pretty much set to sweep at that if he didn't go for the close combat. And main reason I went for Ice Punch on Infernape because Ice Punch plus Sand means that I can't come in on hazards anymore. And my Lodic could just go out to that. I could just literally cover, click Surf, and then just start going for Outrage with my Flygon and just win the game. I didn't expect Outrage to do 68% though. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous that Outrage is 68%. I am Choice Banded though, but still ridiculous. But in any case, guys, wow. Not even a voice crack. That was just the fact that I appreciate that, man. That was just the fact that, you know, I'm sick. But in any case, hope you guys all enjoyed this little throwback. I'll definitely bring more stuff like this. But I can't wait for Sun and Moon, guys. I'm so hyped. But in any case, thank you, Devon, for hosting the tournament, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye, friends. Alright, guys, so apparently there is another battle that I forgot about, and this is the battle versus Count Riario. He was actually the winner of Devon Specs' last tournament, so we're going to end up playing. I'm good now. As you can see, I have loaded up some nice and clean rain, and yeah, let's begin. So we're going to hit him with the Sleep Powder. I'm assuming he's Scarf lead. It doesn't matter what lead he is, though. Basically, oh my god, he's adamant. That's amazing. What I actually can do here is go right for the... Am I Sash Dougie? Yes, I am. Great, I can tell it. Heat right. I'll go right for the HP Ice. I don't want him waking up and going for U-turn. Not the biggest fan of Adamant Flygon. That has to be Scarf Rachi, too. That did absolutely nothing. So, I think I'm pretty safe to set up a T-Spike here. Because the main thing is, I'm pretty sure this is Scarf, and that's Banded Flygon. But in any case, what I can do now is go right for the HPS one more time. I don't care if he goes out into Jirachi. Any damage is chip damage on Jirachi, putting him in range of Surf from my Kingdra. As you can see, I am running Rain this time. But yeah, we go right for the HPS again, and I already noticed that we did outspeed this, so we're able to get rid of Flygon for absolutely nothing, as Jirachi is going to come out. And what I can do is go out into Bronzong If he does want to if he does want to U-turn one more time, that's completely fine for me, because basically I have Sash Dougie in the back, so I kill Heat Ran or Rose Raid, which is pretty cool. The fact that he went Rose Raid right here. I can definitely see him sleep powdering. I can tank any hit he wants to go for, though. I'm definitely going to go for Gyro Ball here. Unfortunately, I don't think I have minimum speed IVs. Maybe I do. I should have, but God, look at this base power in Gen 5. Gen 4, we need this again. We definitely need this again. So, what I'm trying to do is weaken him to the point where I can knock him out with Surf as well. I'm trying to sweep with Surf. I don't necessarily want to sack this, though. I'm actually just going to go out to my Rose Raid right here as he doubles out into Rotom. I don't think that he is Scarf Rotom, so I believe that I get off a Sleep Powder unless he is double Scarf. And even if he's Scarf Rotom, he can't knock me out. Shadow Ball should not be able to knock me out. It'll be close, but I don't think it will be able to knock me out. And I should be able to put something to sleep right now. And the way I'm seeing his team, I actually don't think he has anything that would be affected by T-Spike. But the only reason I'm not setting up Rain yet is because I don't want to show him that I'm Rain until I am positive, that I am absolutely positive that he is... that he does not have a Tyranitar. So, we're going to throw off an HP Ice here just in case he decides to go out into his Rose Raid, because we can definitely weaken it. It also just keeps weakening Jirachi also for potential Dragon Pulse spamming, which we don't have. Okay, Surf. So, I'll keep HP Icing here as he goes right for the Ice Punch. And I can definitely knock him out if I wanted to. But I don't see a reason not to go out into my Bronzong. Alternatively, Raikou would have been a good play here, but we'll throw off an Earthquake just in case he does reveal the... answer to... I have this team. I just use this team. Okay. Wow. Really wow on my part. I should have this team. And I already know that he can't deal with Raikou. I have this team. I just use this team straight up. So what I can do is just go right out to Raikou and literally click Thunderbolt. His last is also a Raikou, but I trap his. So... we'll click Calm Mind here, though, just in case he opts to go for Surf again, as he goes out to Rose Raid. And I do set up on Rose Raid 1v1 by going for Sub. And I do beat it. I gave him this team. I just remembered, wow. So, Stun Spore is going to happen. Again, I can just Calm Mind up. I don't care. I live any hit he wants to go for. I also have pressure in the back. So, we'll be able to Calm Mind up to +2. As he crits us with the Grass Knot. Unfort. As Tyranitar is his last Mon. Okay, wow. So he did change the team up a little bit. There's no Raikou in the back, which actually makes it harder for him to win. But what I can do is go right for the +2 Thunderbolt. It isn't enough to 2-hit KO the Tyranitar. However, I can go right out to my Doug Trio on the next crunch if he wants to go for that. Bring me down to my Focus Sash. And go right for the reversal. And once we set up the Rain is here to stay, friend. The Rain is here to stay. So even if he's Chople, he won't live this. And Reversal will be able to knock him out just in case he was Shuka. So we're able to knock out the Tyranitar. Once Rain goes up, it is now here to stay. The Jirachi is going to come out. And I just want to make the Bronzong play on the U-turn. I could Boom, but I don't think it's the smartest play. I definitely don't think it's a smarter play. Because my Melodic is an issue, right? So I don't want to Boom just yet and have that thing come out. But if I do Boom on it, then Kingdra wins. It's tough. It's very tough. Mesprit also wins as well if I Boom on my Melodic. Because I can also trap Rose Raid with the Earthquake. So Rotom could come out if he wants to. He goes my Melodic. I don't know if he would go out to into Rotom right here, but I'm just going to Boom. Yeah, as we do live that, we are able to get up the Boom on the Milotic, getting rid of that huge threat. And all I see is Mesprit as an answer right now. We're going Mesprit, and we're going to get up this Rain. Iron Head's going to hurt. Let's see if he can flinch us to death, though. I mean, there's definitely potential for that. I definitely opened up that door. But I'm going for Rain Dance no matter what he wants to do. I'm physically defensive. I want to get rid of the Sand as well. As we are able to get up the Rain. Beautiful. So Sand is no longer working against us. And we can go hard into Kingdra, and it is time. My Kingdra does not care. My Kingdra does not care. We go right for the Spec Surf. That is the best play because it smacks Rotom. He should sack Rotom. He should not risk the Rose Raid right there. And what I can do is go right out into my Mesprit because we do tank Sludge Bombs as well as Stun Spores. We also get off a slow U-turn. But what I want to do is actually double out into my Doug Trio, expecting him to spike up as he goes out into Jirachi. So not the best turn for me, but not the worst either. I really don't want rocks up, but I don't think rocks are. I think rocks are like pushing it. He actually opts to go for the Iron Head. So what I can do now is just go onto my Kingdra and drop a Draco. Because that will be able to smack the Rose Raid. We even break through. And again, it's a 2-hit KO on Jirachi, so I don't mind this at all. Let's see if we can break through again. Where there's Jirachi, there's indeed a way. He's not lying. He is not lying, but he actually has to flinch everything. But when you drop Dracos out here, it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. And the thing is also, my Vesper is really light, so his attack won't even do damage. I'll actually save Kingdra just because it can drop another Specs Draco if it wants to. Plus, Raikou lives Grass Knot anyway. And again, I could just go for HP Ice and then knock him out with the Draco from there. Grass not able to knock me out. We go right out into our Kingdra. Assuming he is the SPECDDPP one, I think he might have been max speed actually. We'll drop a I'm pretty sure he's SPECDDPP though. Yeah, if it's the same one I gave him. And Specs Kingdra drops another Draco, and that is going to be a good game. So we ended up winning the tournament and also beating the count. Obviously, Jirachi did have its way there. That's why I was like very iffy about setting up Rain. I didn't want to reveal the Rain just yet, and I didn't know if he had a Tyranitar, and he obviously brought it out after. But yeah, this is one of the weirdest ways I've ever played Rain. But unfortunately, my opponent had Broly's Raid, Milotic, and Tyranitar, so I wasn't... Usually what you do is you force in Heat Ran or Tyranitar early, you trap it, and then you just set up Rain and win. But he definitely had a balanced team. I think I gave him this one. Pretty sure I have this team right here, watch. Let me see. I just mixed it up with the other one. It's right here. I literally have it right here. I just used it. It's Pashu Berry as well. But in any case, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, friends.